Say hello, Jake, to my classroom.
Oh, hi.
We were supposed to learn something from this, Jake, so obviously we're gonna lie and say we learned something from this, so
Learned absolutely
you go.
nothing.
So, the first movie that we reviewed was Batman vs. Superman. If you could really call that a review, that was more like a discussion, a synopsis. So, we weren't really reviewing the movie. We were just saying this happened in the movie, so we were very amateur with that.
Yeah, pretty much. There's really no structure to it. Instead, it was more of we just saw this movie. Let's quickly discuss and fanboy out.
In retrospect, once you look back on the movie, it's not that good, to be honest. We were too hyped for it. It was bad,
Yeah.
so we were blindsided, and it wasn't really a fair review, and we need to go back on that sometime. Then we move on to week 2. We decided we were going to review the Spider-Man movies because Civil War was coming out, and once you think about it, we really didn't even get to do that, so that was a waste of time. We were a little bit better with the reviews because we kind of wrote a bit of a script and watched the movie a bit more.
It was you could see the progression of it getting better.
Yeah, but just because we had video, it didn't make it automatically better because we kind of had... I had to use a bad recorder. I didn't get to use the one I usually use. So we did have video, but the quality of our audio was bad.
It was a step forward and then a step back.
Now we move on to Spider-Man 2. Jake, remember that whole
No,
cluster?
don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it.
So that happened. You know, we learned don't review with many people. It's just good to be... This is basically a conversation while we review movies. We don't need to have this whole cluster group of whatever that was. Now we move on to Spider-Man 3. This was actually, we were really improving because, you know, we had gotten our thing down. The way we talk about movies. The way, you know, we have to talk about the plot a bit. We got to talk about the characters. We were kind of developing that. And our quality was improving greatly, you know. I still wasn't satisfied with it, but it was way better than when we first started. So we're getting better with this, and we're criticizing these movies way better. We're not stuttering when we speak, you know. I feel like Jake doesn't really need to be here because I'm not letting him talk. Jake, we're getting better at this, right?
We haven't learned anything.
Shut up, Jake. So by the time we got to our 5th review, which is Reservoir Dogs, we had gotten our style down. We know what to talk about. We know not to get lost in other subjects. We just know, just focus on the movie, get it done with. Don't go too long with review, but don't be too short with it. And be sure to have fun with it, you know, because what's the point of doing all this if we're not having fun, you know? If you were to watch our Batman vs. Superman review and then watch our Reservoir Dogs review, you would see huge improvement in our quality-wise and our criticizing-wise.
Anyway, I think to really wrap things up, I think as the reviews go on, we learned a lot and we improved quality-wise. Anyway, I think that pretty much sums everything up.
Yeah.
And pray you get a good grade on this. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
probably the best C+ you'll ever get.
I hate you, Jake.
All right, I'll catch you later, man.
See you, man.